so we can have some more intimate, personal fun. Haha. Man, oh man. Can we talk about a good W when you see a good W? Amazing. Amazing. What a great game, guys. Say it again for the people in the back, Tatum. Above 500 for the first time this season. It's about damn time. You know what I'm saying? Feels like I was just live earlier today. Oh, wait, I was. You know, we had a quality game from some quality people just making things happen. He said the game was rigged, though. Jazz shot more. Nah, it was okay. It depends. It depends because there were a couple questionable calls both ways. I'll say that. Oh, okay. Cool. But that Jordan Clarkson to Collin Sexton lob? Kelly Olynyk to Ochai Agbaji lob? Lauri Markkanen going crazy in the third quarter alongside Collin Sexton, only for Collin Sexton to continue his streak alongside Keyonte George. Wow, what's his name? While Jordan Clarkson poured some in as well. Now, Jordan Clarkson shot terrible this game, right? But he got to the free throw line, and he was only a box score plus minus of a -2. That said, he had a pretty darn good game. Like watching the game, Jordan Clarkson didn't look bad. Defensively, he had a couple mistakes, but overall, there was a lot of shots that went in on him where it was just like good D, better O. And that's just what it comes down to. Keyonte gave Lauri 2 back-to-back three-pointers off assists. How many assists he finished? He said five? Yeah, 5 assists. Lauri just missed out on a double-double because he had to step out of the game with his with that wrist injury. Kessler was a big question mark today. Just a bad matchup, honestly, right? 2 of 4 from the field. Missed both of his free throws when he came in for Lauri, when Lauri went out for a minute because of his wrist. Had 6 boards, though, 1 block, 2 personal fouls. Box score plus minus of a -12, which was uncharacteristic for him, but it just happened. Looking forward, somebody who had a really bad game, but you couldn't tell by his plus minus, that man, Simone Fontecchio. That man played 23 and a half minutes, was 0-5 from the field, 0-3 from 3, had 4 boards, 2 offensive, 2 defensive, 4 assists, 1 turnover, 3 personal fouls, and had a box score plus minus of a plus 16. That's impressive. I'm not going to lie. That's impressive. You know? You said Anthony Davis was negative. Is that -12? Yeah. I'm not going to lie. At the end of the game, when the announcers were like, Anthony Davis has a triple-double, right? I was like, what the how? But then it was like, I don't really care because he was 5 of 21 from the field, shooting 23.8% from the field, missed the 1 3 that he took. I'm not going to lie. Austin Reeves going 6 for 6 in the first half was pissing me off. And then he was 1 for 2 the rest of the game, so I didn't really care. He also ended up burning out 6 fouls, so there's that too. But he had the lowest box score plus minus on both teams at -21. D'Lo was pissing me off because he kept trying to get garbage time buckets to make himself look good. I mean, fair play because I understand like when LeBron's in the game, he's not going to have those many opportunities. He did play the most minutes on the court at 41. Well, 40 minutes, 47 seconds. 15 of 26 from the field, 6 of 11 from the three-point line, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 3 boards, 8 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks, 3 turnovers, 3 personal fouls. I mean, by all objective metrics, D'Lo had a good game, and it pissed me off. Especially the one time when he stepped on Dunn's foot, and Dunn was in great defensive positioning, and they gave him a foul. I was like, no, that's not how that works. If I get to the spot first and my foot's down and you step on it, you slipped. I didn't foul you. But, neither here nor there, right? Because we called the W. For them, Rui Hachimura had a decent game, 6 of 12 from the field, missed his 2 threes, but he's 5 for 6 from the free throw line, 3 boards, 1 assist, 1 steal, 17 points. Box score plus minus was the highest on their team at a plus 12. Christian Wood was 5 of 10, 2 of 6 from 3, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, had 9 boards, 1 assist, 1 block, 1 foul, 15 points. Box score plus minus of a negative 4. Tournament Prince was eh. But yeah, Anthony Davis, 5 of 21, bro. 15 boards, yeah. 11 assists, yeah. 15 points, yeah. But a box score plus minus was negative 12. He said time double teams very well. Yeah, good rotations. Yeah, I was asking myself why Keyonte was guarding Reeves at times. Yeah, that was a bad matchup. Keyonte was getting his ankles shook up. That man was getting put in a blender by Austin Reeves' awkward herky jerk dribbles. I'm not gonna lie. It got nasty real quick. There was a Lakers fan cheering clear foul after that, even when they showed the replay. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. Obviously not. Yeah, that's if you lack that level of objectivity, you're just kind of struggling, buddy. Hate to tell you. Fontecchio, 05, talked about that already. Yeah, rough game. For him, I dislike Austin Reeves and D'Lo very much now. Specifically D'Lo. He was hyped to get points that didn't matter. I was like, all right, buddy, calm down. You're not gonna make it out of this game, okay? Lauri in 33 minutes, he played almost a team high. Actually, John Collins, surprise, played a team high. He was pretty darn good in this one. A little bit. He was going toe to toe with what's his name? With Anthony Davis. Had some good possessions. Also had some rough possessions. Had a couple committed fouls. He actually had 5 total fouls. So, but he was there. He was trying, right? And that's a big thing for him. 7 of 9 from the field, 77.8% from the field, 3 of 4 from 3, hit 2 free throws, had 13 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, 1 block, only 1 turnover, but 5 personal fouls, 19 points, box score plus minus tied for the best with a plus 18. Collin Sexton was the other man who had the best in 27, almost 28 minutes. 1 of 4 from the 3-point line. Yeah. 10 of 10 from the free throw line, though. 4 boards, 5 assists, only 1 turnover, and he had 5 personal fouls, too. That man was, Collin Sexton just fires me up sometimes, dude, especially in that third quarter. And then the fourth quarter, once he caught that lob, I was like, oh, yeah, this game's over. This game's over with. Y'all are cooked. Y'all are done. The young bull he's not playing with y'all. He's giving y'all the business. You saw Chris Dunn get his 16 minutes felt like he was on the court for longer, but he really wasn't. 16 minutes, 44 seconds, 3 or 4 from the field, 1 or 2 from the 3-point line, had 3 assists, 1 steal, 2 turnovers, 7 points, box score plus minus of a plus 6. The bench in its entirety all had negative box score plus minuses. And I realized that our second unit against the Lakers' second unit just wasn't a great fit. In the beginning, Jordan Clarkson was actually shooting pretty well from the field, but in that third and fourth quarter, it was rough. It was rough. You know what I'm saying? Combined, they were like 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 of 29, 33, 38. What's that? 29 of... Ooh. That's not a good number at all. Okay. Basically, the shooting percentage was bad today. Shooting percentage was terrible, actually, from the bench perspective. But Keyonte George took a couple ballsy shots this game. I'm not gonna lie, he took a couple ballsy shots, but there was 3 shots in particular that he hit that I was like, yeah, we need those. All coming from like that right wing, right corner-ish area off dimes from who? It was Lauri the first 2 times on back-to-back threes. And his last one came from, it might have been Jordan Clarkson who gave him that go-ahead pass. It was him or Clarkson, I think. Maybe it was Olynyk, though. But yeah, those were all 3 of his threes. Off the dribble, though, his 3-point ball was not going, which was unfortunate. He took one ballsy heat check after the 2 Lauri assists and bricked it pretty hard. When we were only up 5, didn't really need that one, but it was okay. You know what I'm saying? That said, one of his better performances, one of his more clutch performances for sure, going downhill, being willing to attack the basket and give up his body, and also hitting his free throws. He was 5-11 from the game, 45.5%, 3 of 9 from 3, 6 of 6 from the free throw line. He poured in 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, and only 1 turnover, had 19 points, but his box score plus minus was a -6, right? Jordan Clarkson in 31.5 minutes, 6 of 18 from the field, 1 of 6 from 3, 8 of 8 from the free throw line. But he was also having 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 block, 2 turnovers, and 2 personal fouls. Had the most points off the bench, just ahead of Keyonte with 21. Box score plus minus was the highest out of anybody on the bench at a -2. Obviously, we talked about Walker Kessler earlier. Ochai, besides that one alley that he caught from Olynyk, that was the only shot he made, right? He was 1 of 5 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, had 4 boards, 1 block, and a box score plus minus of a -9. And then Kelly Olynyk, 2 of 8 from the field, just wasn't hitting like that. Missed the 1 3-pointer that he attempted, had 5 boards, 2 assists, and 2 turnovers. 4 points, box score plus minus of a -10. All in all, our bench got a little bit outplayed today, but we were pretty darn good in the minutes that we played overall. He said, I'm a Minnesota fan as well. I didn't even like him when he was on the team. Austin's also crybaby, easy selling fouls. I high-five that man. He complained to the ref somewhere. Yeah, realistically. James A, yes, sir. Sexton owned Reeves tonight. Loved it. All in his head. Freddie, yes, sir. I'm talking, man. I'm telling you, boy. I'm happy. Driving again? Okay, Tatum. Got you. Felt like they couldn't miss a 3 in the first half. We couldn't buy one at times. Yeah, realistically, it really felt that way. Slumdog, man, it's been a minute since you commented in chat, bro. What you said? It feels like our offensive rebounding really led to the W, specifically our offensive rebounding. We got a lot. We had a lot of free throws from the second chances, and we shot over 90% from the free throw line. Sexton having five fouls is insane to say. That's when you know Sexton is really giving his body up, because some of those fouls he had no business having. I didn't agree with every foul that got called in this game. Let me go ahead and make that abundantly clear. The rest weren't terrible, but it was also a more interestingly officiated game. Carter, you said, what up? What's up, Carter? Welcome back, man. It's almost like I saw you earlier today, gang. Is it wild that I think if LeBron played, they would have lost by more? Is that crazy? Maybe that's kind of crazy. I don't know. That sounded realistic to me. Pretty sure I saw D'Lo throwing himself into Sexton once or twice. Yeah, realistically. It's one thing to catch somebody out of position on defense. It's a whole other thing to just try and force contact and force something to occur. That's a whole different thing. What's up, Dallin? But looking at the overall team stats, they actually shot better from the field than us, guys. It's crazy. Imagine getting more free throws than the most free throw merchant searching teams in the league. How am I doing today? I'm doing pretty decent, honestly. I think if LeBron was playing 80, would have played way better. That's also probably realistic. And then you would have had D'Angelo Russell probably not going off the way that he did, honestly. They shot 46 of 92 from the field, which is exactly 50%. We shot 42 of 93, which is 45.2%. Not a bad percentage, but we allowed, them to make half of their shots, i.e. D'Angelo Russell, who shot like 55% from the field. From 3, we were 12 of 37, 32.4%. They were 13 of 29. Which was 44.8% from 3. They were 20 of 24 from the free throw line. We were 36 of 39 from the free throw line, which is crazy. but I won't be complaining about it. No, sir, I will not. Um, Obviously they were 83.3% from the free throw line. We were 92.6. Credit who pointed out offensive rebounds? Slumdog Millionaire. You were right, sir. We had 13 offensive rebounds to their 7. We had 39 defensive rebounds to their 33. We out rebounded them overall 59 to 45. We actually had less assists than we normally do, only 28, and they had 30. 15 of those obviously or not 15. How many is it? 11? Yeah, 11 of those being attributed to Anthony Davis, and 8 of those D'Angelo Russell. Where was I? Oh yeah, 7 steals to their 6, 5 blocks to their 8, 10 turnovers to their 12. Really good day on turnovers. Personal fouls, we had 20, they had 23. And so we won this game by 7. Really by 9, but D'Angelo Russell, for some reason, wanted to get his point total up and, get that last layup. That was pointless. We didn't care. Wouldn't be able to effectively double AD. Yeah, true. 34 of those attempts were probably in the second half. Hey, man. I'll take all of them. I'll take every last one. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. But yeah, this was a good one. I dread Boston and Philly repeats on turnovers. Fair play. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Fontecchio, after having a bounce back game, had another rough game, so we're just kind of up in the air right now. Why do you think Kessler had such little minutes? I'm not going to lie, this was not the most ideal game for him to play because of the big minutes that Anthony Davis was playing. Let me actually look and see. Anthony Davis played literally 39 minutes. So there just wasn't the opportunity for Walker Kessler to play. Now, admittedly, Walker doesn't defend Anthony Davis the worst, right? It's not what I'm saying. It just his lack of a 3-ball and the fact that we needed extra shooting touch to allow us to space the floor out instead of allowing the Lakers to cluster us in and play better team defense against us kind of hindered the number of minutes we could have him on the court. And obviously when Lauri went down with his wrist injury temporarily, we subbed him in just to give some more size to deal with Anthony Davis. But for the most part, John Collins and Lauri Markkanen were really like standing on business with Anthony. Like AD was not getting anything simple. He was earning every single opportunity he had. But I would just say for this game specifically, I know Kessler's closer to usually 24 to 26 minutes on a nightly basis, but today I think was just a matchup difficulty situation, and less so him being bad at the game of basketball. That said, I don't think this is going to be the norm, but this was just this is what happens today kind of thing. Just temporarily. So AD was constantly getting Kessler up in the air and gets fouls. Foul calls. He's under Kessler and gets foul at the basket at times. True. Yeah. And let's not forget, Kessler also had 4 fouls in just that 13 and a half minutes. Kelly Olynyk said, I'll go foul for foul with you, and had 14 fouls in 4 fouls in almost 15 minutes. To answer your previous question, Dallin, I don't know if top 6 is realistic. I slated us, I believe, when the season first started, I slated the Jazz as 6th seed in the West. That was the ceiling that I predicted. If they keep playing team basketball, hitting really well, 3 20-point per game scores, then yes, I could definitely see them. What do you call it? I could definitely see them at the 6th seed. But if not, I'm looking at probably 8th, 7th, or 8th. Assuming that they come back down to earth, as some people are saying, and have just a regular set of games coming up. But yeah. Anything else interesting on anybody's mind? I know I kind of just spilled out the entirety of the games, everything today. But yeah. Gonna be crazy
top 6, top 5.
I love the confidence logic. I'm not mad at it at all. I am not mad at it at all. It's definitely possible. For sure, for sure. Mm, we had a really darn good game. I'm not gonna lie, that game was spectacular, especially in that second half. It was a dogfight. You had Collin Sexton yelling. You had Ochai catching a lob. You had Olynyk pointing his finger in the air. You had John Collins being real. You had Lauri Markkanen standing on business. Hold on, Lauri Markkanen was dribbling a lot today, guys. Side note, I know we in my most recent video I talked about how few shots he makes like off the dribble, how he doesn't like he's not a extreme playmaker for other people, and that's what hinders him from being a number one option on a championship caliber team. But he hit a little behind the back on D'Angelo Russell going downhill. He was looking good. He was looking low key really good handling the ball today and just being a decision maker, which he isn't really asked to do very often. But today was one of those games where like he was handling it. I'm looking at the box score and it's saying Keyonte was a -6. It definitely didn't feel like that watching him play. He balled out tonight. Yeah, the first half got ugly for him. The second half was a lot better, significantly better. That's when he hit all three of his threes. But that first half was not his best showing. Logic, you said first half was bad for Keontae, second half was way better. Yeah, exactly. Do you think we could win the rest of the home games for this month? Who else do we play at home this month? That will be my immediate next question. Pacers, Warriors, Thunder. Thunder's going to be the hardest game immediately coming up. Then we have a road stand of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we have 6 road games to end the month. I see it. We can beat the Pacers. The Pacers with no Tyrese Halliburton, I still feel comfortable against. Against the Warriors, I like that matchup. Out of these 3 games coming up, I like the Warriors the most for us. The Thunder is going to be the hardest game, hands down, bar none. Even if the Pacers do have Tyrese Halliburton, the Thunder would still be worse for us, a worse matchup for us. That said, I say we go ahead, beat the Pacers, we clear the Warriors, and then on the back half of that back-to-back, we play the Thunder and we lose by about 12. Think that's pretty reasonable. Then we have the Rockets, Pelicans, Wizards, Hornets, Nets, Knicks. Name one of those teams you're worried about. Not a damn one. If you really want to get real numbersy, maybe the Rockets or the Pelicans pose the biggest threat out of those. Maybe the Nets, but the Hornets aren't going to give you much of an assault. The Knicks will be kind of tough. Scratch what I just said. The Knicks are tough now. They have OG, and he's actually been playing pretty good for them. So that might be a more interesting game. But the Wizards and Hornets, is that a back-to-back? No, it's not a back-to-back. Those are 2 cake games. Those are 2 cake games out of that 6-game road trip to end the month. Said also we need to keep THT and pay him the most money of any NBA player just to keep him on the bench. It's confirmed he doesn't play on the Jazz while getting paid. We don't lose. Hey, that's one way to look at it. I don't know. Jazz could shock the league and beat the Thunder too. Okay, I'm gonna say this. It's not impossible that we beat the Thunder. I just think with the tear that the Thunder are going on, because they're on a tear too, they just embarrassed the heck out of the Trailblazers, getting held to 77 points in a regulation NBA game in 2024 is absolutely like insane. And that's what happened to them. So it's fairly reasonable to assume that they're going to come on 10 and we're going to come on 10, and it's going to be a great game to watch. I'm going to say that. It's going to be a great game to watch. But outside of that, I can't really tell you what's really in store for us realistically.
We said, bro, Lauri's defense on Davis tonight was awesome. It was immaculate. He kept up the physicality all night. He was not bending for anybody, honestly. This was probably the best defensive display I've seen from Lauri. And it was almost like he was really trying to show that he was better than Anthony Davis. That's what it really felt like. Because like he was putting the ball on the deck, he was diming people up, he was cleaning up the glass, he was doing everything. And it was like, Lauri, you have outdone yourself. Do you think that we should trade TNT for a better player? Um, that would make us change our that would make us change our lineups. And if this is one of those if it ain't broke, don't fix it things, because we really caught lightning in a bottle. Basketball's a game of runs. Your season's gonna have ups, downs, everything in between. We had our downs for a significant sample size of the season. We found a lineup that works. So I would say keep running it until it just doesn't work anymore. With that being said, I think that it just made the most sense um, to probably just either keep him or trade him for assets. I'm not a big trade for assets guy, but if you trade him for a better piece or somebody that can crack the rotation, you risk throwing off the synergy that the team currently has. And if he doesn't necessarily want to be traded, I wouldn't force him to get traded at this moment, because it's not like he's trash. It's just there's no minutes for him. That's really what it is. Jazz 180 this last month got me on the stretch at home now. If the Thunder were on the road, I'd be more worried. Yeah. Um, we're only zero point 0.5 games away from Phoenix. They play the Blazers next and the Kings after. I think by the end of our home game stretch, we really be ahead of Phoenix. We're definitely right there on their tail. And they're really only one injury, again, away from being right back behind us, realistically. If I'm being honest. But overall, this was one of the more quality wins we've had. We saw a lot of guys put things together, string some things together that really needed to happen. Um, there's not really much to be mad about with these guys, if I'm being quite frank with you. So I'm appreciative that they were able to string things together the way that they were, because it was not easy, right? Um, you could argue that the Lakers needed this win more than the Jazz needed this win. Even without LeBron, they needed this win. And AD just couldn't get a shot, but he was doing at literally everything else to a god level tier, because he was being held from buckets. And it just wasn't enough. His best with everything just wasn't enough. He said Jazz win 21-20 record and our ninth place in the West Conference standings. We maintained ninth. We were ninth before the game, but if we lost this game, we would have bounced back to, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think 11th. Cam, was good, my guy? Zach, Jazz are the best there ever were. Nobody could beat us. Hey, that's how a lot of these games be having us feeling. We had a really good, solid showing today. Definitely everything that we needed out of the team, in all honesty. Like you said, Jazz could have given up in the first half when nothing was working, but they kept it close at halftime and surged for the win. Yeah. One thing about having Collin Sexton as your starter and just a player on your court, he's not going to allow you to just roll over and die. Like, that's just not in his vocabulary. Lose isn't something he likes accepting. So he's definitely not just going to accept that, we're down 7, we're down 11. Like, no, we're going to, if we lose, we lose, but we about to give it everything we got until there's nothing left. I'm not going to lie. His energy was so contagious. I'm watching the game and I'm just hyped for him. I like this winning streak we're on. Absolutely, car wash. Imagine 15 teams, including us, passing out Keyonte, going to piss some GMs off heavy in the coming years. I hope so. You said Collin was funny today. Yeah, bro. In Austin, D'Lo's here. Yo, every time. Anytime Collin made a play, he made sure the Lakers knew it. That was his thing. This was just a game amongst games. You- We said no. We have the longest win streak in the league. Nice. Opinion on Austin. I'm a hater. I'm not gonna lie. I don't. Okay, here's the thing. I respect Austin Reeves' game. He's not the most athletic, obviously. He has the boy wonder, bandana strapped to his back. So there's a level of expectation that comes with his play style. And if he doesn't perform, people talk trash about him and everything like that. I don't hate him as a player, but if my team is playing him, I hate him as a player. If that makes sense, right? Like you can win. I don't want you to fail at life, but you have to feel like if it's between me and you, it has to be me. Like we have to come out on top. There's no way. I love you. You're a cool player. You're all right. Whatever. But against me, nah, you suck. You're actually like hot dog water. Like you should not be on a basketball court. You can't guard me. You can't get a bucket, bro. You just suck at life. Like your coach, Darvin Ham, really needs to pull you from the game because his rotations are really sucking right now when you're on here. The box score plus minus is crazy. Like that's how you got to feel when you're playing against the Austin Reeves kind of guy. Um, I don't hate him though. No, 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 definitely not. There's moments where he does stuff and I'm just like shoulder shrug kind of thing. But overall, I don't dislike him as much as I dislike D'Lo. Like D'Lo, I've come to respect D'Lo more as a player because he's gotten better defensively. But before, when he was like his naive young self that was very offensively oriented, I could not stand him because he could not lock in for anything. Do you think Reeves is overpaid? I would say no because they low key they thought he was going to end up going for more money. So the fact that they signed him for what they did, it was acceptable. I would say. Donovan Mitchell all over again. um, Henson playoff season. You already know, my guy. You already know. D'Lo's annoying. Yeah, he is annoying for sure. Should have been throughout the game when he was talking too much to the refs. Yeah, he definitely they definitely kept him on the floor to entertain some people. And entertain he did. He was doing his best Dylan Brooks impression today, I think, if I'm being honest. But it's okay because we got the W at the end of the day. I don't care if he had the most points in the game. We handled business today. Yeah, for sure. But you know, quality win, gentlemen. On the back end of a back to back, no less. Imagine if it wasn't the back end of a back to back. Yeah, marketing showed up crazy. It definitely did. Shocking to think how far the Lakers and Warriors have fallen off this season. Yeah, the Lakers is more solvable, is more easily solved because it's a rotations thing, whereas the Warriors is harder because they just don't have. I don't think they have the pieces anymore to make it happen. He said Markkinen just quietly puts up 30. I don't know how. Yo, Markkinen was doing damage though. I was like, Markkinen had me surprised today. He was doing his best. AD, you suck and I'm better than you impression. That's what I got out of that one. So I was definitely tuned all the way in. Combine that with Collin Sexton feeling himself and then Keyonte George hitting timely threes. Yeah, it was like that. He's like, nah, he was playing mad. Not gonna lie, for real, for real. It was just one of them things. Not easily addressed, but it happened the way it was supposed to happen, my boy. Absolutely. Absolutely. And on the back end of a back to back, imagine if it wasn't back to back. Closing out a game on a back to back in this manner was big. It was definitely big. Definitely one of the most energetic games this season. For sure, for sure. I don't want either Lakers or Warriors to make the playoffs, especially not the Warriors. They pissed me off last offseason. Even though Dunn didn't get to go fade. Didn't go one. Two. Yeah, fair. Yeah. Yeah, it was still it was a quality good game. Rough road though. Yeah. Yeah. But a win is a win. Pacers finna be tough, and OKC, yeah. Yeah. Neither of them are gonna give us the W, but we're gonna have to take it. OKC, excuse me. The Pacers on the road, I like that. Pacers at home, not so much. But Pacers on the road, I feel comfortable. OKC on the road, I don't know how much of a difference that makes for them. They're not like the Celtics where they're undefeatable at home and then they go on the road and they're just extremely normal. Sexton is almost scoring a point per minute in the past 10 games. Unreal. They who wander, you're spinning. You're spinning, man. Yes. Collin Sexton been standing on business. Even with 5 fouls, he didn't give up on the game plan. He was going 130% in. It's great, though. It's great, though. And I loved every second of it. I'll tell you that much. Zach, Colin, Demon, Death of Faces, franchise need. Yeah, definitely energy. I feel like Hardy successfully used a lot of challenges this season. Yes, especially when Colin knew that he made the right play. He was like he said going over the sideline going off. That man Will Hardy called that time. I said, yeah, let me get that. Let me challenge that. Great call. Great call. Just did the thing to perfection, if I am honest. Doesn't get much better than that. 62% success rate is wild. On challenges? Whoo-wee. Making smart decisions, coach. That's what that sound like. Sound like a lot of smart decisions. Thing is, he just keeps getting better for real. Didn't even question either. Nah, he knew if Colin's that hype, I know what it is. That's what his mindset was. He said if Colin's getting this hype about a call, he ain't gonna make me wait. He's not gonna make me regret it. No shot I regret this. Certainly for current Jazz team, I'm gonna go 6th seed in the West. If they can maintain this level of play, I'm gonna say six seed in the West. If they struggle, give me 7 or 8. But as it stands, give me 6 for sure. Mm-hmm. So he just hit this season, has improved his IQ insanely. Just making quality decisions, man. Can't make it up. Can't make this stuff up. Not worried about the Pacers if they're without Tyrese, especially on the road. Yeah, let's go. This traffic's stupid. Hey, it was a good game. Sorry for being late. No, you're good, man. Screen got cracked. Just a cherry on top of this POS. Lee, it's just one of those. Start of the year, man. It gets better. Other Lee, you're here. You should do a video on Markkanen's defense the past 3 games. I will have to do one on his improvements because he's been really stepping up. Unreal the number of Lakers fans who were at the game. I could hear a lot of loud cheers whenever LA did something great. Lots of Lakers fans in Utah. Yeah, they were fueling D'Angelo Russell. I'm not gonna lie. He was pandering to the crowd. Crazy. Jazz games are fun to watch now. I'd agree.
LeBron done by Keyonte is diabolical. Maybe by Abaji. An Olenek lob to Abaji, and he just booms it. Yeah, that would be tough. For sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's just how it is, though. They're the Lakers. They got fans worldwide. Of course they do. One of the only teams that people from other countries can identify like that. People from other countries can identify. I'd love to see Kessler block on LeBron. It might happen one day. Baji's so tough. He just needs to be more aggressive. He like Jollible athlete. He's out there. He's jumping out the gym. Bro, I knew they was done when they let us hang in there, and I said it's over. Only had 10 points up, and we warmed up. I think D'Lo towards the end felt bad for smacking Sexton in the face. It looked like he apologized to him. Well, that would be very nice of him. Because yeah, that straight across the face smack was insane. If you let us warm up, it's game. For sure, you're right on. For sure, you're right on. He was cooking today. Them boys was on it, sleeping on the Baji AD block. Yeah, the block was nice. Just a quality game all around. I feel like they could have done much, much better. Us or the Lakers? If you're referring to us, I would say probably because of the what you call it. Um yeah, cause this was the back half of a back to back. So we really got things done. That's what really impressed me the most. Being able to have the stamina to hang in this contest and push forward at the end. Can't say enough about it. Took a step up the past couple games. Yeah. Actually, hold up, sign getting packed by Clarkson. Still fresh in my mind, so never mind. Abaji, if he can get back to shooting 40% from the field, he would be solid. 40% from three would be better. My wife says she's a Nuggets fan because she likes chicken nuggets. Is this a valid reason? Wow. Wow. Women logic. Girl math. Haha. I guess. I guess that's acceptable. I think we'll allow that to make sense. But if she likes listening to jazz music, she should be a jazz fan. Just my thought process. Mm-hmm. Let me see. I seen it come in as they just have warm up, but Mike only 25. That finna show up in the NBA in the divorce. Yes or yes. Oh my gosh. Do you think it would have been a loss if LeBron was in? I think LeBron pays. D'Lo doesn't go off like that. He did. I directly agree with you, Drew. Obviously, if LeBron plays, D'Lo doesn't play the way that he did. Anthony Davis also doesn't get a triple double, but also Anthony Davis probably scores a little bit better because we can't afford a double team. That said, Lauri played phenomenal defense on him singularly, regardless. So I don't think he goes off and gives us 30. But I think the result would more or less be the same unless LeBron turned on his intelligence and forced us to the brink. Like LeBron's IQ is people understand it's high, but people don't understand how high it is. And I think that ultimately would have made the difference. I still like us, right? I like Collin Sexton's level of intensity and Keyonte George hitting timely shots. And they were forced to play more team ball defensively than they would normally because obviously they have They had Anthony Davis on the court, but they didn't have LeBron out there directing traffic and everything like that. They had to rely on each other and D'Angelo Russell to put up a lot of points on offense. Overall, I say still give us the edge for a victory with LeBron. A card just spun out on 15. Oh, that's not good. I-15 got to be bad. Yes, please drive safe. Literally triple sprint, crash into the side barrier. They were on one lane to the left of me. Yes, be careful, Tatum. We don't need you next. I spun out in front of my house a minute ago. Ooh, Freddie, you good though? You think Markkanen will be out for a game or two with his wrist hand? I don't know. He came back into this one, so I'm assuming it's not that severe. We also don't play again until Tuesday, so that gives him, 2 days? Wait. My brain just quit on me. No, I was looking at the wrong game. We play tomorrow, so a game and then a Thunder? That's not ideal, but I think he'll be okay. Low-key. Collins actually kind of held up. Yeah, Collins played a darn good game today. LeBron would have slowed it down. We score more. Yeah. It's good until you hit Farmington. I drive about 25 until that car spun out, and then I slowed down even more. If LeBron played, the free throw discrepancy wouldn't have been as large. True. It's a miracle he didn't spin into another car, TBH, because he went across 3 or 4 lanes. Whoo, that's not good. Great game from Johnny Collins Jr. You been a new highway yet? Monday. Oh yeah. As soon as the Jazz scored 100 points, I felt as if their chances of winning the game. Why? Because 94% of the time the team reaches 100 points first wins the game. It's an interesting stat. I like that one. Good to know. But outside of that, how are we feeling, guys? Any positives, any negatives, anything we should know, anything we don't need to know about the game? Let me know something. Or is this all we got for the day? Well, I think we got a perfect record for when we lead at half. Delta needs to get better music. I'm dead. Feel bad for Collins every time he gets fouled because you can see how sad he gets because he knows he's getting pulled. Fair play. Collins just wants to. He does. And his teammates really rock with him too. He's been a great sport throughout, like the reports of everything, like him being very underwhelming and all that good stuff. Like he's really been toughing it out. Got to see how we handle Pacers, Halliburton or not. Yeah, I actually enjoyed the music this year more than last year. More than last year is crazy. That means last year must have been a pretty rough case, if I do say so myself. Overall, really good day for us, boys. More. Nah, GM need to be cross-faded on meth and copium if he trade John the Baptist Collins this year. I think John's really fighting to keep his spot, and we're winning right now, so it makes me hesitate to sit there and say, yeah, we should go ahead and ship him because he's making a pretty darn strong case for himself to stay here. So I might be on the side of everybody saying like, let John hang out. That might be my disposition. Yeah. Y'all not gonna lie, I've been live for a while today. I was live at like midnight yesterday. Then I was live again from 11 to like 5 p.m. or 11 to 4 p.m. It's like another 5 hours. And then today, and then now, I was putting in that. I was putting them hours in today, boys. I'm happy. That's good. That's dedication right there. I need to keep that up. Keep this roster until next season, so we can at least convey the pick. Yes. Yeah, no posters by Johnny. Yeah. We didn't see one recently, but it's coming. Coach Fully said, "Wraith, you seem really tired. Low key. Guess it's 6 hours. Yeah, we don't change a thing. We're 14-4. Nothing needs to change. I'm willing to ride this out. If THT is not going to make a fuss about sitting on the bench, I'm willing to ride this out. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, if THT wants to get traded because he wants to play this year that bad, then that'll probably be something I do trade him for some, a second, a protected first rounder, 2 second rounders, whatever the case may be. But other than that, I like where we're at a lot. I love where we're at. Everybody's bought into the roles. Everybody's happy for one another. Nobody's like over the top about their actions or anything like that. So I'm pretty comfortable with how everybody's placing themselves as of late. So I'll definitely like this. This is big for us. We needed this one. Where are we at? Collins is getting comfortable. Sexton is turning it on. Keyonte George looks more and more confident on the floor. I like where we're at too. Missed live yesterday. Why do you think THT didn't play yesterday? The idea is that they're probably going to trade him, but just in general, there just isn't enough minutes for him to go around for. There's not enough minutes to go around for him anyways, because you have to split minutes between Chris Dunn, Collin Sexton, Jordan Clarkson, and who's the other person in my head? And Keyonte. So that's already 4 people. And you could make a case for any of them that they deserve 40. They deserve more than 24 minutes per night, right? So you run into a situation where you have 2 positions that there's only 48 minutes in a game. So are you going to tell all 4 of them, hey, I can't give you all 24 minutes. Instead, I'm going to give some extra minute. I'm going to cut y'all minutes down and give them to THT so THT can get 10. Like forcing him into the spot just probably isn't the best. But regardless, he's been ecstatic and everything about like just sticking around. Because I was thinking about sticking him with garbage time with Hendricks and Bryce. Yeah, I did see that making sense. The one game we did get to see it for a bit, but it would have been nice to see him the other game. I'm not gonna lie, but it looks the way they're not playing him at all and just like abundantly refusing to, even in garbage time, makes me think that there's a trade that's brewing for him and they need to keep him healthy in order to go ahead and ship him out on his way. If not that, realistically, I don't know what the reason would be behind it, if I'm going to be frank with you. But yeah. No Luka, no Omer today as well either. Any more thoughts, causes for concern, ideas, gentlemen? Oh, goodness gracious. Taking the under on THT minutes. You're a fool. But yeah, it's probably safe to do that, if I'm being honest. Under 0.001 minutes. Under 7 seconds. But yeah, they've been on it recently. I'm willing to big coaster for, I promise. Saw a couple of G League games and Bryce looks nice. There we go, Tyson. Yes, sir. Check him in. Freddie, what did you say? 5-game win streak is crazy. It's good though. Wish me luck. I'm almost home. Yes, sir, Tatum. Please get home safe. We don't need anything happening to you, brother. Nope, not at all. Not at all. Going over some metrics for some stuff right here, actually. But yeah. The roads are awful. Stopped at McDonald's 15 minutes away because I'm starving. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Bryce could definitely be a solid scorer in the league if he develops right. Yeah. I hope we get an NFL team one day. It's a pipe dream. I don't know how realistic it is, but the league should all expand, honestly. I think so, at least. Here we go. Team Bryce stopped to get McDonald's on my way home last night from the game. Great minds think alike, as they say. Great minds do indeed think alike. Mm-hmm. For sure. Man, this is a really good stretch of Jazz basketball right here. I'm not gonna lie. Ryan Smith was trying to get an NHL team. You really interesting. I feel like that might be more realistic in the beginning than an NFL team. I don't know. Maybe not. But yeah. But yeah, man, this was a darn good game. Not gonna lie. Chris Dunn somehow managed to still play 17 minutes. Disgusted because LA has so many sports teams. It's not funny. I mean, me personally, I could never. I wouldn't mind visiting LA, but I could never live in LA because living on a fault line just sounds so out of pocket to me. It just sounds so actually like insane. I could never. He said, "I just don't see who do you take minutes from for Bryce." Yeah, that's another issue. That's another issue. That's why I say if you're gonna trade THT because he wants to play somewhere else, trade him for just like draft picks if you can. I think you have to take on contracts. So I think now with the new CBA deal in place, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you have to take on the same amount of debt or take on the same amount of contracts as you trade out, which would complicate things. So maybe get an expiring deal. And then draft picks. And that way, if there is minutes or if somebody does go down with injury, Bryce is the fill-in instead of the expiring contract individual. You know, similar with Taylor Hendricks as well. Why do Lakers fans hate Clippers or Kings or Warriors? At the end of the day, aren't they all winning for Cali? It's different types of Cali though. It's hard to explain honestly. It's just a different like the connections were a little bit less deep in the past. Obviously, with like internet and higher speed vehicles and greater roadways and stuff like that, everybody's so close and interconnected. And you have the internet and everything. But before it made more sense because, like, yeah, you're technically in the same state, but you don't represent the same group of people all the time, with the exception of like the Clippers. If Utah had another team that won it all, I'd be happy if the Jazz were another team. LA has 2 NFL teams, 2 NBA teams. Oh well, yeah, LA has 2 NBA teams. Yeah, I was about to say. I thought in my head I was thinking California. Like California got like almost 10 combined. But yeah. Wait, the Rams and who? Who's the other LA team? Los Angeles. Who's the other NFL team that's LA? Dang, wow. A slow moment. What the heck? Yeah. 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 But nowadays it's nice. It's so connected. There's no real difference other than just loyalty to a team that isn't loyal to the fan base. Just their bottom line. Couldn't put it any better myself, brother. You know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. For sure. But, any final thoughts, gentlemen? Thoughts, concerns, questions, comments? My back's itching. If not, then you already know. I'll catch you guys, Monday? Monday? Yeah. Monday's the one that we're looking at right now. It'll be an interesting game, right? Pacers on our home floor, though. Likely no Tyrese Halliburton. So we feel pretty comfortable about this one. We feel even better because we are the home team and they have to travel to come catch this L. With that being said, I don't expect it to be them rolling over because they're just not built to roll over. So I trust that it will be a good game. Maybe not as good as this game, hopefully, but still a good game nevertheless. With that being said, go ahead and like the video. Comment your thoughts below. Subscribe, turn on post notifications, become a member if you haven't already, so you can catch the videos faster than anybody else. And with that being said, good morning, good evening, good night, no matter where you are on the globe watching. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. No Tyrese, Jazz, one versus a team, the rest of the tail end, the back to back. Beautiful. We'll take it. Take it. Nice, smooth, and to the point, gentlemen. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Well, yeah, it's past midnight for me, so I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Yeah.